Okay, here we are, 11 hours, as you can see right there, 11 hours, counting down or counting up. We're 11 hours into this vacuum and decay combination here. So if you remember from the last 3 videos, the series that I went through, and I showed a short vacuum, how fast it went down, and then how fast the decay was. And here we're reading it over here on the Android tablet, and as you can see, it's where the hell the microns go? We're 128 microns now, and if you look at the chart there, you can see where it rises up and it falls down. It's gone as low as I've seen it at 26 microns was the lowest it goes down, and then it bounces back up a little bit. So now that we're on the 4th video and we're 11 hours in, and when I left and I turned the vacuum pump on for the vacuum sensor, we were 4 hours in, and I said I was going to go away. I was working longer than I thought it was. It's 11 o'clock at night now, or not 11 o'clock at night. It's oh yeah, it's 11:12 at night. So that means when I started this, since it's 11 hours, it was noontime when I last left, or when I started this. So let's shut off the vacuum source. These two right here are the ones that are hooked up to the vacuum pump, and the refrigerant gate hoses are hooked up to a T to the vacuum sensor. And let's perform an overnight vacuum decay. Here we are. We bounced back down into about 20 microns there. You see where it took a dive down. So let's kill the vacuum. We'll kill the vacuum pump, and we'll come back to this tomorrow morning and see where it rises to. This is video number 4, and we are performing a vacuum decay test on just the hoses. Now it would be nicer and a little more accurate. There is a volume problem here because we have such little volume. If we were actually hooked up to like 100 feet of line set and an evaporator and a condenser coil, and it was all copper, not rubber hoses, and we're directly to it, when you have the vacuum decay and it comes up, when you're in a small volume, a little bit of change makes a big difference in a small volume than it does in a big volume. An analogy is, if I took 1 drop of red food coloring and I put 1 drop of food coloring, let's say that the food coloring, 1 drop is the pressure decay. But I put that 1 drop of food coloring in a 1 ounce shot glass, what color will the shot glass turn? Most of you would say red, or at least pink, right? But if I took that same 1 drop and I diluted it out, and we're going to say the volume of 100 feet of line set, a 5-ton evaporator, 5-ton condensing coil, and I put 1 drop of food coloring into a swimming pool, what shade would the swimming pool turn? It's kind of the same difference here. Since I have a very small volume, there's a very drastic change. But when it comes to rubber hoses, you get to really see the drastic difference. So let's turn off the vacuum. Okay, I just turned off the vacuum. Now, if you remember way back in the 1st or 2nd video, how rapidly the vacuum decayed and just started shooting right up. Look at the vacuum now, how slow it's going up. Because we've removed a lot of moisture. Remember, these were hoses that were used in active daily service every day, several times a day on different systems. Ester oil, PAG oil, and occasionally exposed to atmosphere, occasionally exposed to systems that have so much oil or so much moisture in their oil that when performing a vacuum, it sometimes literally turns all the vacuum pump oil cloudy white. So these have already been in service in highly contaminated refrigerant hoses. This is the real world, not brand new out of a package, done in the laboratory, or right away in perfect ideal conditions. This is real world. Use set of gauges used in the worst conditions possible, and then put into service and perform a vacuum decay. So let's take a look there. We're up to 131 microns, as you can see right there, and it's slowly rising. Now let's see, let me set the timer for 15 minutes, and we'll come back in 15 minutes and see what this vacuum decay is after 15 minutes. Alright guys, this is video number 4, and we'll be coming back and see this after 15 minutes in video number 5.